Thank you. Bring it in. Go ahead and put it down. Go on out and shut the door. Go on out and shut the door.
I'll be quiet.
Go on out and shut the door. I love you. I need you to go out and shut the door. Would you like some work to do? Then you may go out and shut the door. I love you. Please make sure to shut the door tight after you leave. Wow, I don't think I could have asked for any better introduction to this video. I haven't really decided if I should call it Bad Moms Walk Away or Confessions of a Bad Mother. So, I've come of age a little bit as a mother where I have decided that sometimes my children just make choices that are unwise or that are abusive or that are silly, and that I'm just going to let them live in those bad choices, and I'm just going to walk away from them and just let them live in it for a minute. Because I can't enforce everything. There are times when I'm not around and they do things that they shouldn't, and there are times when I don't get the whole picture, I don't really understand the situation, so I feel like I cannot punish them. And it's really freeing to feel that. I try really hard to have most days, I really try hard to have every day be a good day in which they learn something, in which we get to the end of the day and the house was not a disaster, that we did our chores, that we did our school, that we had some together time. I try really hard to have that be the norm. And I just find that there are times when I cannot take away my children's accountability. I cannot take away their free choice. And those are the times when I just walk away. And I have to say to myself, if they're not harming themselves and they're not harming someone else, I need to just take a breather and I need to walk away. And I will come down to my room and I will use my drum carder, or I will try to do some spinning and just think my own thoughts and be my own person for a little while. When you've the redundancy of motherhood, the redundancy of having children at home all the time in particular, is such that you fix something, you work with something, and you get it the way it needs to be, and then you come back to it and you find that it has been destroyed, willfully in many cases destroyed by someone else that is smaller than you. And the amount of control that it takes not to flip out and overreact can be exhausting. It can just take so much effort just to walk away from that situation without doing something that you will be sad about later. And this is a step I'm taking in my own little life right now, because there was a time in my life where I did flip out a lot. I really struggled with the destructive nature of childhood. And I'm not real proud of how I always reacted in those situations. I'm not really proud of, in some instances, I'm quite ashamed of the way that I handled things. And that's why lately I've just started to walk away, to be like, my kids are old enough to understand right from wrong, and I cannot fix everything and protect them from every bad choice. Because if I try to do that, my anxiety level is going to go through the roof, and it's not going to make a difference anyway. My kids are sick today, and especially with the farm, it's discouraging to come around a corner and find that something that you had fixed or put away has been taken down. And that doesn't mean I'm perfect. I leave things down too. But dang, it's hard sometimes just to pull in the emotions. And the only way I know how to do that is just to step back. If you're a homeschool parent, you really understand this, because there isn't that 8-hour break. And if you work away from home around other adults, while it can be challenging because you can't force somebody to do something, I have worked away from the home before, obviously, and I have found things that have been discouraging or frustrating, but usually it didn't have to do with my coworkers. It was more of just like a situational thing that was going on. And right now, we're kind of on the cusp on a lot of things. Kids being old enough to take responsibility, but not quite old enough to take responsibility. And juggling back and forth between those two states, wanting to make sure they have the things that they need to be creative, but not wanting them to feel like they have a free reign with your things to destroy them. Not always an easy thing. And if you have your kids in public school, you have your own, box of problems that goes on with that. Whether it be bullying or kids with allergies and trying to protect them that way, or scholastics not being as high as they should be. Everyone's life has their own box of difficulties. I guess mine right now is just, I needed somebody to talk to and say, I walked away, are you proud of me? I walked away and just let it be. There time for punishment and time for lectures and time for readjustments can come later, after I am not feeling the way that I'm feeling right now about this whole situation. So, cheers to you who are on the same not roller coaster, who are on the same road with your children as you both try to grow and adjust to each other and adjust to life's responsibilities. Cheers to you, and I hope that you are able to be a bad mother and walk away sometimes rather than blowing up and having things that you regret. We'll talk to you later.